security for the day.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is a noisy crowd. Thank you. What a welcoming.
One of our producers backstage described you, and I'm not going to name names, but one of our producers described you as a hunk and a half. Which is the highest praise there is around here.
That is, thank you. Yeah. That's wonderful.
And I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
You cut it.
I did, yeah. It got long and messy and time-consuming. It's like photo shoot hair, you know. If you have someone following you around doing it, it's cool, but it's not practical.
But when you cut it, did you cry a little bit? Did you shed a tear?
I was nervous, yeah.
You were?
Yeah. I'm a Leo. I'm a little bit like it was my mane. I felt like I was losing my powers, but...
Lady, calm down.
Jeez. I mean, I'm going to have to be security. Forget the other people.
I've got it backstage, though, in a bag, so I'm going to hand it out later.
And then we saw you at the Oscars last year.
Yeah.
And then weeks after we saw you, your twins were born. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And how are they doing? How's the family?
They're doing great. They're doing great. They're all back in Australia, and there's over 3 kids now, and the 2 boys are crawling and getting into everything and moving. So it's busy trying to keep track of all 3 of them, all under 3. It's chaos.
Australia is a great place for kids, though. I found it's a very child-friendly country, society.
Yeah. That's why we went back there. It's funny, after living in LA for 6-7 years, which is fairly sterile as far as animals and wildlife, and you don't see many bugs and spiders. Went back to Australia, and I swear, my place, it's like Jurassic Park. There are more spiders and snakes and massive goanna lizards and things that you've ever seen.
Snakes. I ain't coming to visit you, buddy. I tell you that.
So, do you know what to do if there's, say, a venomous snake in your backyard? Do you know how to run?
Yeah. I think don't try and kill it. Most deaths, like 90% of deaths in Australia, are caused by people trying to kill the snake. So that's out.
Right.
Make friends. They don't really talk. So you kind of make a lot of noise when you're trudging through the bush, and they tend to want to scatter away. But they're everywhere. I mean, literally, there's 2 or 3 big pythons that I see most days in the backyard, just curled up in the sun, and they're fine. They're not the venomous ones.
Let me tell you something. Spiders. Mine, man. Gotta get them out of there.
The spiders are worse. I got bit by a spider a couple of weeks ago.
No, is that true?
Yeah.
You want to show us? Is it there?
It's gone. It's healed, thankfully.
But I mean, a spider bite there could really.
Yeah, we have, I think, 8 of the most deadly spiders in the world. It was okay. So the bigger they are, tends to be the less venomous, and it was like the size of my palm, and then its legs kind of spread from there. And I was cleaning up in the garage, and I felt it first, and I picked up a bag, and I felt this big furry thing, and then felt the bite, and it like I bled, like it was like it took a chunk out of my finger. It was a monster of a thing. And then I screamed a bit, and a few words that we can't say on TV.
Now, you were voted People's Sexiest Man. Your brothers must be furious.
They supported me. They helped me.
What choice do they have? You're the sexiest.
No. I said, this is the rules. I got the title, so, support. Yeah, it's good.
Now, how did your wife feel about it?
She had a good laugh. Yeah. She said, I know, that's why I married you. Now, do the dishes and change the nappies. Back to work. I thought it'd give me some bragging rights and, a couple of days off, but more harm than good, I think.
Did you have I had read, and I'm not sure if this is true, that you had the living room wallpapered with the cover of People magazine.
Yeah, currently at the moment getting that done across the entire
That's
property.
what I heard. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, just so, when I start to rapidly decline and fall apart and put on weight and go bald, I'll have
that. You have that. I mean, the timing of this film with what's going on in the world could not be more...
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. We 2 years ago, we were researching the subject, and it was under the radar, but everyone we spoke to in the security sections of the cyber, within the government, big companies, hackers alike, all said, no, this is happening and it's coming on a bigger level, and we've seen in the last few months a lot of different events, and it's shocking.
So you play a convicted computer hacker?
Yeah, I play a guy who, he's in prison serving a 13-year sentence, and he's pulled out of prison by the government to track down another hacker. So they use my character's skill sets and attitudes and try to track him down. It becomes a detective film, who did it, why, how, and so on. And we shot in Chicago, LA, Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, Hong Kong.
Oh, you were everywhere.
Yes, it's everywhere, literally.
And you also, you were in prison in this movie before you got furloughed, but you had to go to prison to research that. How was that? How did the inmates treat you? Because we see how this audience is treating you. I'm just curious.
Are you referring to our audience as inmates?
Have you seen the way some of them are acting?
It was part of the prep that Michael he insisted we do, and we went to a number of prisons and spoke with inmates, and I sort of naively thought, oh cool, I'll go in, bit of character study, you know, meet some people, whatever. Got to the prison and instantly just went, oh, what am I doing here? And I've got my long blonde ponytail, post Thor, and walked in and started walking down the aisles, and immediately was like, and I thought to myself, oh, no one would have seen the movie, you know, maybe they don't watch movies, you know, like, and they were like, straight away, like, yo, Thor's here, Thor! And from all angles, just getting heckled, and some positive, some not so. Some invites to spend some nights in the cell. I declined, and, but,
I declined? Oh, God.
Said, all right, I'll hang out for a couple of hours. And, had a coffee.
Hey, we always love having you here, man. The movie is Black Hat, Chris Hemsworth, everybody.